Money loves speed. And if you are a health practitioner, a health coach on a mission, then you deserve more money, all right? If there's one thing that I have seen slow, well-meaning, amazing practitioners down from making the kind of money that they deserve, and also having the volume of impact that gives them the kind of fulfillment and recognition that they quite frankly want and deserve, right? You definitely deserve that. If your heart is in the right place to serve people and help them with their health, then you deserve to have a very abundant lifestyle. And after over 13 years of helping health practitioners succeed in the online space by creating scalable online offers like group programs or community detoxes or cleanses, that kind of thing, I can tell you the one thing that slows them down. And today I want to remove that for you completely, okay? Because money loves speed. And so the quicker that you are bringing your mission to market, the more abundant that offer is going to be and the more impact it's going to make, okay? So the whole point of this is to remove the hurdles that might be stopping you from taking what you do with people one-on-one and turning that into a group offer, a scalable offer, okay? Now, before we get into this, I just want to acknowledge a few things that tend to stop people, okay? One of the things that tends to stop people, I'm just going to switch over here so we can kind of graph these out together, okay? One of the things that I find that stops practice from doing that is a false belief that that the one-on-one, so let me just kind of draw this out here for you, okay? There we go. Okay, the false belief that people only want one-on-one, they only believe that the results are only going to happen if they work with you one-on-one. Okay, now that has been statistically shown to absolutely not be true. Okay, now if we know that we can say one to many, okay, which is group programs, community detoxes, cleanses, whatever you want to take people through in that community setting, we know that one-on-one actually gets better results. Okay, we know that the science shows it in everything from cancer survival to smoking cessation to weight loss to all different types of like therapy references like depression and anxiety and eating disorders, right? That people actually get better results in a community. And that is primarily attributed to the fact that if you're going through something alone, the loneliness itself is a deterring factor from your health, right? The research also shows that smoking a pack of cigarettes a day and loneliness are equally destructive to your health, right? So by definition, we know that this community aspect is already adding an element that disappears the negative effects of going through something alone, right? So that's one thing that stops people, okay? So we're just going to say that concept is number one, okay? And I can tell you that after 13 years of helping, big names, small names, little independent health heroes, all the way up to, people like Dr. Sarah Gottfried and JJ Virgin and Amy Myers and Chris Kresser, all these amazing, amazing people, all the way down to your hometown health heroes. The reviews and the feedback and the comments in these groups, whether it's a Facebook or a private group, the way that a community supports each other, the way that they rally around each other, how quickly they get results is astounding, okay? So that one, I can tell you for certain, is not one that you need to worry about. It's absolutely phenomenal to watch it happen in a community, okay? The second one that I would say, and this is totally understandable, is the tech, okay? The tech can be an absolute, it's just frustrating. You don't know what you're doing. It's not your realm of expertise, right? You have a lot of medical expertise, a lot of rubber hits the road, implementation expertise, but you've simply not cultivated the tech skills to get what you need, right? So you're probably thinking, oh my gosh, I'm going to need some kind of CRM to gather all my emails. I'm going to need some kind of way to deploy all that content, right? I'm going to need some way to follow up with everybody. And you know what? For the long-term success of your business, you absolutely do need 100%. You absolutely do need those things, okay? But nobody said you have to recreate the wheel, all right? I know that in our community, for our members, we just build all those things out for you, and then they're color by numbers, you replace them, okay? So there's lots of ways to get around this piece that can melt the intimidation. Okay. And then the third thing that I would say messes everybody up from doing this, okay, is actually imposter syndrome. Okay. And that is just feeling like, who am I to bring this to market in a big way? Okay. Now I'm going to tell you something that I feel will be a forcing function for you to melt down your imposter syndrome and get moving forward. And that is that there are so many advances, you guys, being made in AI that at some point we're going to be able to walk in and give one hair and one drop of blood and one drop of urine and whatever else, is required of us. And all of that information is going to be able to be quickly tested and processed. Okay. However, it will be the health leaders that get us rallied around implementing whatever those tests show, right? Whatever those tests show, that information is useless if we don't implement the changes and follow the protocols that we need to follow in order to turn whatever's going on in our body around and get back to homeostasis, get back to vital health, get back to, treating our bodies in a way that we can live longer, okay? Because all of that is coming down the pike, you no longer have any excuses to hide behind. It is time for you to step up and show yourself to be a health leader that wants to be the Pied Piper, bringing back people back to optimal health. Okay. And you have the capacity to do that. You have the heart to do that. You have the mind to do that and the medical education to do that. Okay. All we need to do now is give you a way to deploy that in a way that's quick so you can actually experience pulling community together. Okay. So what I want to talk about today is, how do you take a concept that you want to bring to a community, to a group? You want to lead a whole group of humans through this process instead of just trading time for money and doing that in the one-on-one setting. How do you deploy? So I want to show you two ways to do that, okay? And the reason that I want to show you two ways is because money loves speed, okay? It also money loves momentum, money loves mission, right? I know you already have a mission, or you wouldn't be watching videos on this channel, right? So I know you already have a mission. So my job today is to show you how you can move quickly so that you have that momentum to get money rolling in from a group offer. And then you can parlay that money into a more, structured and strategic way to get your offers into the online space moving forward in a way that's really scalable, in a way that, you can have your promotional peers promote that offer with you, right? In a way that you can run ads to that traffic, okay? So if you're just starting out and you're like, man, Joy, I have this thing and it works for people and I really need to get it into the hands of a small community. Let's say that you wanted, a dozen or 24 people to take your protocol that works really well with the one-on-one clients that you have, and you want to take like a beta group, family and friends group, let's say, through the same process as a community to prove to yourself, to prove to them, to gather testimonials, to give this offer that you're ready to bring to market in a bigger, more massive way. Let's say that you want to get that initial group together. You want to make an initial round of cash from just that group, right? And you can offer that at it'll be cheaper than it will be in the future because you're trying to get these people in. And you can even let them know, hey, I'm doing this because it gets such amazing results for my private clients that I want to share it with you in a more cost-effective way. Okay. And you guys, that's the huge upside of group programs. And that is phenomenally important right now. Okay. Wherever you sit on the political spectrum, you can tell that there is a little bit of angst, like financial lack of safety, lack of certainty in the space. And so people are being a little more restrictive. You can see it in the spending numbers right now. You can see it in the stock market right now, at least at the time of the filming of this video. And whenever that's happening in the market, that's okay. Like, there's still money to be made in that kind of a down market. Money to be made in an up market, yes. Money to be made in a down market, yes. Okay, so there is abundance on tap for you always. Okay, when the market sentiment, it has this sense of unsafety, it's important for us to bring opportunities for people to work with us in a way that is less cost prohibitive. Okay. So after being in the online space with health offers for over a decade, I can tell you that I've seen high ticket, and then, oh my gosh, we need to offer low ticket, and then high ticket, and then, oh my gosh, we need to offer low ticket. That is completely normal. Okay. There's nothing wrong with it. Your business should have both offers, right? So in the end, after you've been around for, 2-3 years in the online space, your business is going to have low end offers and high end offers, and you're going to be able to ride every single wave, no matter what the tide is like. That's what I want for you. Okay. But right now, cost effective access to what you do is crucial. Okay. That's why our lab test funnel is working so well, because we teach practitioners to, extend, hey, if your content is resonating with people, let them just buy the upfront lab. And then on the flip side of that, review that with them and pull them in to be your one-on-one clients. That way you're not interacting with freebie seekers on your free consults. You're actually interacting with people who are like, yeah, I'll invest in that lab and I'll see what's going on. That's an example of a lower ticket offer. Okay. A group program is lower in a lower priced investment than working with you privately. Okay. So offering community programs, group programs, that type of a thing, it's more cost attractive access to you. Okay. So if you're in this, if you have this light bulb moment, this aha moment of it's time for me to make the switch from one-to-one to one-to-many, escape the time for money trade, and you want to do a beta test of that, let me show you the simplest, fastest way to do that. Okay. You can simply do an offer invitation online. Okay. So you can go ahead and do an offer invitation. I have a custom GPT that I use with my high-end mastermind members to help them create those offers. They just answer a few questions and the GPT spits it out for them. Okay. So DM me on Instagram if you want the deets on that. Okay. And then from there is also an entire custom GPT that I have made for my practitioner members that does the entire offer, right? So instead of creating some fancy sales page, we just do a 1-page Google document that explains everything you're up to in this group program, what's included, what type of person is perfect for it, what type of person is not, right? And then it makes a very compelling invitation that has been shown to convert really, really well, okay? And so basically it goes like this, okay? You're going to use the GPT to make the offer, right? It's very short, it's very quick, it's very concise. People are like, oh, do I want that? Yes or no? If they do, they reach out to you. Okay. When they reach out to you, they're confirming their interest. You're going to go ahead and say, okay, well, if you're interested in this, I need you to go ahead and read this and make sure that this is right for you, right? Because it'll say, this is good for you if this, it's bad for you if this, and it will have the link for those who are interested in moving forward with you to go ahead and get paid up via Stripe or via PayPal. Okay, doesn't matter to me, but those are very low barrier to entry. It's not a fancy sales page. It's a simple Google document with a link to go and just pay out in Stripe. Okay, that is the fastest path to get people like, yes, they're in, they see the invitation, they're a yes, they read the entire offer, what's included, what testing, what time with you, all that good stuff, and then they pay. Okay, and then you would simply take those paid people, right, and you would go ahead and put those emails into Zoom, and the only people invited to come onto those live calls would be the people who paid you, okay? And you could take that test group through, and it doesn't have to be fancy, you guys. You could use some simple Google slides. Don't even get lost in the whole Canva art of design where you could lose yourself for days, okay? And then after you have those Zoom calls with those simple Google Slides decks, you can simply store all of those Zoom videos in a drive that everybody who enrolled up here, everybody who paid has access to that folder, and you could take a beta test group of people in that simple of a design. Okay, so you do not have to complicate things. I have seen people get the idea. Okay, so they basically get the idea. They use my bot to make the offer in a matter of minutes. The offer page is done in 20 minutes tops. They set up either a Stripe or a PayPal form. That takes about 10 to 15 minutes. Okay, they load all the PayPal people who purchased or Stripe people who purchased into the Zoom account. All those email addresses get loaded in. And then if they have a Zoom, let's say it's going to be you're doing something for 6 weeks or 8 weeks, then you know exactly the people who you're inviting to that Zoom. Zoom has an email function itself that can just, everybody who opted in for that or everybody who purchased can be the only invitees to that Zoom. Okay, so that take care of you doing the live Q&A or the live teaching sessions, okay? And you don't have to overcomplicate it with Google Docs. You just go for it in very simple slides. You're testing the process. Okay, getting an experience for yourself that it works, proving to yourself you can teach in the online space, that you're a leader who has the character and the charisma to get people committed to their own health and moving forward. And let me tell you guys, that is addictive, okay? I can see it over and over again, okay? And then those Zoom sessions, when those recordings are done and ready in your Zoom account, you're simply going to download them and store them in a folder, and everybody has those. Okay. And if you wanted to take, and manually like send some emails, that would be like, oh, okay, here's the recording of those. Of course, you could send them the recording with links for everybody who either couldn't make the session or wanted to go back and revisit the information. And that information would live on. They would have access to that. And there you go. That's the fastest way to prove to yourself that you can do this. Okay. Now, I will completely admit that that is the simple way to prove it to yourself. For those of you who are like, I don't believe this girl, she's crazy. I mean, maybe maybe I could just go ahead and look at all the millions she's made for these other people that I know in the marketplace. Maybe I could see how she's made, over $500,000 for Hometown Health Heroes on their first program launch, down to 30K or 20K or 100K. Like, you guys, those are things that happen in our mastermind all the time, okay? But if you need to prove it to yourself, there is the map for the simplest way to get it done. Okay. Now, the right way to get it done, I'm not going to lie. I want you to love your business. It's not enough for me that you make shit tons of money, which you deserve that. Okay. You totally deserve that. If we don't have our health, we don't have anything else. So in my personal, humble opinion, you guys deserve to have a life of complete abundance because you've dedicated it to our health and our healing. Right. And without that, we really don't have anything else. Okay. So because I want you to have a business that you love, right, that is automated as much as we possibly can, I personally believe that it is worth it to go ahead and, yes, put out that offer invitation. This is what my members do. They put out that invitation using the bot that takes a few minutes to just get it cranked out. Okay. Then they go ahead and crank out the offer document. Okay. And then they do the promotions on Kartra. Okay, this is the platform that I love. I'll make sure that there's a link below this video. You can get a free trial of it if you want. I absolutely love it. I've tried so many, you guys. I build the funnels for our practitioners on Kartra and on Go High Level because I know some people are super into that. And then everybody else replicates on whatever platform that they want. But to me, bang for your buck pricing, like I just love it. I think it's easier. It's less, Go High Level has some awesome bells and whistles that I do love, but I have to say Kartra is simpler, especially for health entrepreneurs who only have themselves and a very like a tech integrator or a social media person. If they can handle your social media, Kartra they can help you on Kartra. So I love that. Okay, what that does is when we go ahead and make the offer, we can send it out to our list magically, right? And then we can track whether or not they clicked through, whether or not they purchased. We can still easily combine that with Stripe to take the money. We do go ahead and build some decks in Canva that are more professional, a higher visual representation of your brand. I believe you should not be struggling with any editing. So I like you to use something called Editless Video. That's what you're seeing me use now. So like I can draw on my iPad over here and then I can be full screen with you, or I can zoom in and tell you something very important. Like you need to stop trading time for money, right? The majority of our practitioners do choose to use Editless Video because there's no cost for editing the video. It's just done. I'm pushing buttons right here. There's not an editor going back and forth and putting me in this little square right here. So if you have questions about that, please reach out to me. It is an insanely time-saving way for you to crank out way better high-quality videos, okay? And then, of course, they continue to deliver the live sessions via Zoom and all of the follow-up and all the upsells into other programs, the things that make you get a higher, lifetime customer value from each and every customer, all of that can be automated. So in terms of doing this in a way that is replicatable and repeatable, so once you have one offer, you can repeat it and have lots of different online offers, lots of different online trainings, webinars, free things you give away, courses, all those kind of things. that is the strategic long-term way that you need to do that. Okay. So is there a more organized and high level way? Yes, there absolutely is. And when you see this, just know that my team and I have already built out this entire process so that instead of having to reinvent the wheel, just put your feet right here on these shoulders and let me give you a boost. All you need to do is customize what we've already built for you, okay? And even how you need to promote these offers on social media and to any audience that you already have in an email list or any following that you already have, okay? So this is the fastest way to do this, to prove to yourself that it can be done, right? And to get that initial, bout of like money coming in, right? Get that initial bout of money coming in, prove it to yourself. Okay. And then realize, man, wouldn't it be awesome if all the emails that needed to go out, everything was automated, the course was stored in a member portal that looks professional, and I'm really proud to have as an asset in my business as a health entrepreneur. Yeah, there is a better and more systemically safe way to do that if you plan to heal at scale. Okay. And of course, that's my mission for you. I want you to avoid burnout for yourself while also ending the isolation that people feel while they're navigating their challenges. That's what HealAtScale is all about. That's our mission. That there's one movement that you can make that accomplishes both of those things, protects you from burnout. You're not trading time for money anymore when you offer scalable group programs. And then your people are no longer alone, right? They're going through it together as a community. Okay. So there is a simple way, okay, like that. And there is a strategic way, okay? Now, my hope is for those of you who are like, man, I'm all in on creating more cost-effective access to my care, which is really important right now in this market, you guys. It's really important that when you do the heavy marketing work to get someone on a consult with you, you don't only have one option to offer them. Right? So you guys know it. You see how hard you work to get one person on a consult, book a call session, If all you have is one high-end offer and there's no mid-tier price like group offer or even like a DIY self-study version, which by the way is just the recorded version of your live group program, right? If all you have is one-on-one, then when you get people to that crucial point of the sales call, all you have is one offer. So it's either win or lose. Right? Whereas if you expand your offerings to, you can keep your high-end one-on-one if you love doing that, yay, charge a little more, right? And then offer the live rolling group program, okay? And if you want, a one-on-one, coaching call at the beginning or in the middle, you can add those in, okay? Nobody said it's all or nothing, right? But you should have high-end one-on-one. You should have a live rolling evergreen group program, okay? And then a DIY self-study. I don't recommend marketing that one. I recommend getting people on the book a call and selling the high-end one-on-one or the live rolling evergreen. And only if people are like, man, both of those are really out of my reach right now, then you have the opportunity in that third option to say, hey, listen, I recorded the last time I took a group through my live program, and you can have access to that. And that's the most cost-attractive way to work with me. And that's just part of our commitment to making sure that my protocol is available to anyone who is committed to getting results. How cool is that, right? So then you have this sort of soul salve, right? Where if someone can't afford to work with you one-on-one or be in your group, there is an option that you're like, okay, well, here's the most cost-attractive way. So then you sleep at night knowing that you're giving everybody access at different price points and everybody wins, okay? So recap, okay? You can do this in a clear, just show you that visual again. You can do this in a very fast way, honoring that money, love, speed, and you just need to prove it to yourself that you can do it, okay? Now, if you're like, man, I know that I need to go from one-to-one to one-to-many, and you have the bandwidth to go ahead and get onto Kartra or whatever CRM you want to use. I like Kartra. It's less than $100 a month, and you're off and running, and it does all of the things. It's going to be your, CRM to store contacts. It's going to send your email. It's going to, be your landing pages and your sales pages and your checkout. It's going to be your member portal, right? Where you house your group programs. It even has affiliate set up, right? It's amazing. So for that price point, gosh, that's a low cost of doing business to have this up and running, much cheaper than paying for a physical office and staff, right? So if you know that you're in this for the long haul and you want to be a player in the online space, go for the strategic option right away, okay? But if you just need to prove it to yourself, do the simple option. Okay. Now, if you have any questions about this, I don't want you to go it alone. Okay. The other thing that I need you to know is when you go to create your first offer, one mistake that I see people make is that they like go into this rabbit hole, and while they're creating their program, they forget to keep a connection with people. Okay. So I want you to always keep my roller skate analogy in mind. One roller skate is going to be creating and delivering on the offers that you want to bring to groups. Okay. The other roller skate is maintaining a relationship with people who are going to want that. Okay. So if you go in a rabbit hole creating your offer and you forget to stay in touch with people, your roller skates are going to be really far apart. Your offer is way ahead and your relationship with any audience that might possibly want that is way back there. And that hurts, like tear a hamstring hurts, right? And I don't want you to have that kind of pain in your business. So as you head toward making your group program, just do things like, hey, well, do your social media about, oh my gosh, I'm making this program. Check out these little Google slides I'm making or these Canva slides I'm making. Like, just show them that it's happening, because that's going to get them hungry for what's coming anyways. Okay. So make sure you keep those close together. If you need help with that, okay, you always have to create and you always will be creating and delivering on your offers, but you can't forget what's going on in the background, that other roller skate. Okay. And I have a process to keep that, cultivating a relationship with an audience that's going to want it, that is clear and easy and step by step. And so I'm very happy to help you with that. Okay. So if you have questions about this, I want you to reach out to me. You can find me over on Instagram. My personal Instagram is Real Joy Houston. Okay. Real Joy Houston. And if you follow me and then just message me and let me know that you saw this video, Money Loves Speed. Okay. And I will give you the prep worksheet to get started on making your group program. Okay. And then if you end up wanting to use that prep, if you can answer everything on that prep worksheet, you have what it takes. Okay. You have what it takes. And so if you would like to do that prep worksheet and know exactly how you can stand on my shoulders to get all of this done and launched and out the door quickly and efficiently, then just reach out to me, say hi, tell me that you watched this video. If you put the word prep, I'll know that you saw this video, and I'm going to send you the prep worksheet to get your program off the ground that I use for my mastermind members. Okay. You can have it for free. You're not going to have to opt in or anything. I'm just going to give it to you. Okay. So if you're serious about moving forward with this, reach out, say hi, let's get all of your concerns out of the way. And then let's get you moving forward, okay? Because money loves speed. And in my personal opinion, no other profession deserves money as much as you guys do, because you're out there on the front lines protecting our health. All right? I'm Joy Houston, the CEO here at HealAtScale, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video. While you're here, please subscribe so that you get our information as it comes out. And if this would help a practitioner that you love and respect and care about, please send it to them for two reasons. One, because if you're on this path, you're going to need a buddy. Okay. You're going to need buddy system. It's so funny. We just had two people who joined our mastermind together, and they're in almost the exact same niche, and they have been supporting each other and editing up each other's funnels. And they're already making money with their lab test funnel. They're already booking calls and getting one-on-one clients and people who want their group. And it's so fun. So if you know that you're going to get on this path to make the jump from one to one to one to many, I encourage you to share this with a practitioner that would be really playful and fun to get on that journey with, because it just makes the process a whole big bunch more fun. All right. Again, I'm Joy. I'll see you in the next video. Take care.